Hey guys, what's going on? Migan here. All right, so this question from the most recent video, I'm gonna skip part of it, but pretty much I have a question: how to be productive. I have so much talent, but I feel like it's so wasted. Anyway, I could pause the screen. You guys fucking read it, right? I mean, you guys pause the screen and read it. But pretty much, this is a question that I get probably 80% of the time, right? I mean, for as long as I've been making videos, I get this question a lot, and I relate with that question because again, that was one of my biggest struggles when I was younger. I never really had that guidance or that leadership, so I was always fucking confused and unproductive because I knew I had talents, I knew I had skills, but I wasn't focused. I didn't know what to do with them, and pretty much everything was boring. Right? I had no interest, and everything changed when I realized, the root cause, and again, the solution. Right? Because in order for you to find a solution, you got to find the root cause. So let's look at it. Right? Let's just break it down. Right? We're gonna use this tool for almost every video. Right? So problem: no motivation, no productivity, blah blah blah, right? Really, the root cause behind that is it's not that you're not productive, right? It's not that you don't have motivation, because obviously everybody does, right? Really, what the issue is, this whatever you're doing right now doesn't excite you, right? It's not exciting. It's just as simple as it's as simple as that. It's not exciting to you, which is why you don't have the motivation to do it. For example, I have people tell me all the time, "Hey, I don't have motivation. Hey, I'm depressed." But then I ask them, "Oh, what do you spend most of your time doing?" They go, "Oh, nothing, just playing video games." Well, stop right there. That's motivation. If you could play something for 6 hours a day. You can't tell me you don't have motivation. You have plenty of motivation. It's directed somewhere else. So the problem is not, "Hey, I'm not motivated," right? Because if you weren't, you just sit on the bed all day. Problem is not, "Hey, I'm not productive." You're very productive in that fucking video game, right? So it's not a lack of motivation. It's not a lack of productivity. It's you just gotta channel that. You gotta like redirect that to what really matters, right? And the reason why video games are so good at getting us addicted is because they give us really what we want, right? If you're a man in this century, and then again, men and women, obviously, but obviously I relate more with guys. So if you're a man, right, in the 21st century, you are motivated by very few things. You like progress, right? You like making achievements. You like novelty, new things, adventure. You like competition. You like to compete, right? That's in your genes. You can't help it. You like vengeance, right? That's why the more we keep losing to that fucking boss, we keep going back, right? You like recognition, right? That's why we like achievements. That's why we like trophies in video games, and obviously you like, excuse me. Obviously you like the basic things like obviously, sex, women and things like that. But really, if you think about it, look at the games that you play. Look at the movies that you watch. Look at the things that actually trigger you. They have some of these elements embedded into them. What the fuck? Hold on. Excuse me. So yeah, they have these elements embedded into them. The average, just think of your favorite video game. You progressing, you making achievements, you competing against others or against yourself. You know, there's vengeance involved. When you die, game over. You have that fucking rage. You're like, I'm gonna go back and beat that boss or whatever. Video games found a way to tap into those primal, urges that we have. So how do you apply that to your own life? Simple. Turn your life into a fucking video game, right? You have to complete an assignment. Think about it. Why is it that most of us that have that have a lot of talents, a lot of skills, why is it that we wait to the last minute to get shit done? Why? It's because it's more challenging at the last minute. And obviously now you have a reason to do it because you have that pressure and that fear. The people that get this shit done on time are people who are not, who are not too confident in their own abilities. So they just try to get it out the way. They don't perform well under pressure. Whereas people who wait to the last minute, believe it or not, they're some of the most gifted motherfuckers on the planet. That's why they wait to the last minute, because that's when it really matters. That's when it's really exciting for them. So you're doing the project now because yes, obviously you're trying to pass the class, but also because it's more fun that way. Your dopamine goes up that way, right? So the root cause here is not lack of motivation or lack of activity, right? It's lack of interest, right? Right? Lack of anticipation. There's nothing to anticipate. Pretty much lack of dopamine, right? I always talk about dopamine, right? You want to boost that fucking neurotransmitter, and how do you do it? Simple. I just mentioned those triggers. Find a way to make whatever assignment you're working on. Find a way to make whatever project you got going. Find a way to make it competitive. So set a challenge. For example, if I tell you, "Hey, go ahead and write a paper," you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, come on, I don't want to write a fucking paper." But what if I tell you, "Hey, write that paper in less than 3 minutes"? Think about it. Now, out of nowhere, You still don't want to write the paper, but now you're kind of interested because you're like, well, let me just try to prove this guy wrong, or let me just try to beat the clock, right? Now it becomes fun. It's the exact same task, but now that you put like a little, gaming element to it, it becomes more fun. That's just a simple example. Obviously, there's more things that you could do, but you want to find ways to make your tasks pleasurable and fun, all right? Don't just say, hey, I just got to do this paper. And another thing, too, is I'm going to make a separate video about this, but you got to make sure that you have a purpose. You got to make sure that you're not just going to school just to go to school. You got to make sure you're not just trying to be productive just to be productive. You got to have a purpose. When you play a game, you're not playing just to play. You got a purpose. You're trying to beat a boss. You're trying to level up. You're trying to, you have a purpose, right? And it keeps dopamine going, right? So if you wake up in the morning and you're just like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to do this because it's on my list. That's not a fucking purpose. You got to have a bigger, a bigger vision, to look forward to. That's why I would say find your throne, find your soil, find that environment in which you thrive, and it's very simple, just three things, right? Three things to find your soil, aka your throne, right? One, obsession. I made a video about this. Find out what you're obsessed about. Fuck your passion. I don't care about your passion. Find what you're obsessed about, right? Because you're not going to need motivation, right? When you're obsessed with something, you don't say, hey, I'm not motivated. No, you're obsessed about it. You can't think about, you can't go to bed without thinking about it. So that's one. Two, find your skills. Find what you're a monster at. Find what you're really fucking good at, right? Not just, hey, I'm good at fucking, using Excel. That's not enough. Find something that you have a competitive advantage in, that you could dominate the competition when it comes to it, right? And lastly, make sure it's in demand, right? So if you could find the correlation, if you could find something that you're obsessed about, that you're good at, and that other people actually want or need, you fucking made it. That's it. That's it. You find any successful person or anyone who has a purpose or who's going somewhere in life, those three things apply. They're doing something they really love, they're doing something they're good at, and they're doing something that other people actually need and want. When you combine that, you're not going to wake up one day and saying, hey, I'm not motivated. You're going to be motivated. Why? Because you're obsessed about it. You're going to keep making progress in it. Why? Because you're good at it. And there's going to be demand for it because obviously you picked something that, that's in high demand. All right, so try to put all that together. Don't want to make the video too long. But your problem is easily fixed. It's not that you're not productive. It's not that you don't have motivation. It's that you're doing shit that doesn't interest you. Right? You just got to find a way to make what you're doing interesting because you're not, obviously there are things that we have to do whether we like it or not. So in that case, just find a way to make those things interesting by, making it like a game. And then the second thing is obviously find your throne, find your soul, right? Find the area that, you've established as your vision, the thing that you want to be the best at, and that's going to keep you motivated every fucking day. All right. Hope that helps. Team3DAlpha, I'm out of here. Put your questions in the comment section. Guys, even though I respond to messages in the inbox, that's the worst way to get in touch with me. Use the comment section, right? Because I'm too behind on messages. And I'm going to copy and paste your question if it has enough likes. And I'm going to make a video about it. All right, guys? Gotta go.